Hey there, fellow prison wardens. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Castle in the Void. Episode 12, Overdressed and Soon Stripped. Now, Mr. Danky, you were wearing armor, so you're gonna have to be a little naked once I stop your bleeds. So I think I'm gonna do is stop his bleeds, move him over here, strip him, so his gear is here, not like over here, and then huck him in the pod. Now, he does have a side link, and he is a pyromaniac. I don't know if he has any psycasting powers. Like, I can't tell, obviously. But we absolutely wouldn't want to add him anyway, because, you know, enemy psycasters are not, unless they're hemosages, are not welcome to join anyway. Alright. Carry. Drop. Strip. Oops, wrong one. Strip. Carry. In the shuttle. And now, shuttle is just about full of stuff. Guess I'll bring the duster and the shirt, black pants. I also wanted the flak vest, but it wasn't in the stockpile. Oh, I see. So we're not completely full, but we're like full enough that it's fine. We're like 99% of the way there. All right, launch. Now he's going to need to be moved into the prison immediately. Mental note that he dies if I don't. Do I have a spare bed? I do not. Scorp. You're on it. And that tile is going to get abandoned. I don't really care about what's left, so bye-bye. Carrying him to casket's like close enough because that's an adjacent building. Obviously he's not going to the casket. So we ended up with 600 wood, meals, armor, stuff. You know, it was a good run. Good, straightforward, quick run. And you, friend, are going to be hemo farmed. And maybe, now that I have a little bit more capacity to do wardening with the good wardens, Slotus and Felix, you'll also be converted. So that you are happier about your situation being a blood bag for blood feeders, because you will revere blood feeders. It's a little evil, but I'm all for it. Alright, wool pants. One thing I have not gotten to is these bills. Let's do fresh clothing only, and then I'll change the materials allowed to be a little wider. So we'll allow elephant. Because I want to clothe him. Basically, I don't want to nugget the prisoners because I don't find it strictly necessary. So I'm allowing them to, you know, have some level of comfort. What are you wearing right now? Nothing. Okay. Scorp. Go Taylor. Should Slotus become the other position? Quite likely, yes. Yeah. That was one of the things I was thinking about as well. Destroyer is going to lose his gun. I feel really not nice to Destroyer. And then we'll, Runeloth is going to give up position to the other Sanguophage, which is going to be reasonable, right? Oh my god. And, oh, okay. Hey, I'll sleep you if you join. I'm paraphrasing here, but like, hey, we helped the poor once. Want to get in my bed? All right. Well, Slotus and Trebo were, I guess, meant to be. They were prisoners together. So, yep. Guess I need a double bed. Raffle timer's up for Trebo. And Trebo, kind, too smart, super immune, and good at science. Another potential warden. It's good. Hunt, grow, and do they ever grow? Cool. So we have a lot more growing capacity. Going down to the surface for components and steel, and then coming up and growing stuff like, I don't know, cloth, psychoid, hops. That becomes a lot more enticing. Nope, Scorp, I told you to build a bed. You walked over and you did nothing. Like, you legitimately did nothing. You walked over and you were like, hypothetically, I'm putting wood down for the bed. And then you walked away. Like, for real, dude. What? I think they were standing on the spot, but like, that was the laziest. He's in the way for a second. Although, to be fair, I do that every now and then when I'm like about to do dishes and the wife's right in front of the sink. I'm like, I'll do dishes later. Here we go. So you, I kind of actually failed. Oh, don't sleep there. I failed to zone you correctly, but then you put on the gear that you would need anyway. So it's a moot point because it was actually kind of dangerous to have Trebo walk around without vac armor. They didn't come out of the prison with vac armor on. Ruinloth, you are starving. Why? Because you have not been cooking because you were on the surface. Right. Yeah, that's my fault. I'd sent you down, I'd acknowledged that I had no food, and then I didn't make any food. I am an expert. At starvation. From prisoner to colonist to lovers, all in the same second, virtually. Yeah. There was really no time between it. It was kind of incredible. Just to revisit. Islotus promised strength to Trebo and asked him to join. Trebo has accepted and joined Islotus' community. Trebo wooed Islotus by telling a tale about helping the poor. So he's like, hey, I joined. Oh, you guys like charity? Yeah, I did that once. And she's like, okay, my bed's free. Just RimWorld things. And you are really good at shooting. I do not have a weapon suited for you. Scorp, I'm gonna interestingly give you a longsword. Because you're not really a shooter. And then Trebo takes the gun. Alright, there was the quest. And I know it's 9 in the morning, so it's not a good time to do it. But the outpost quest. No, not that one. Where is it? Here. For Yttakin. I think it would be fun for Felix to take his protege, Slotus, down and demonstrate proper domination etiquette. So maybe I do that tonight. When it gets dark, we'll take Slotus down for a spin to go do the murder. The other one that would be actually pretty decent, no lie, at brawling would be a Slotus. Now, I know a Slotus only has a peg leg, so not yet, but having a decent baseline melee skill with tough is a pretty good combination even if it doesn't have a passion. It's food for thought. The other thing I was going to do is... I don't have any components, but get a shield belt if and when I do. Now, I haven't forgotten about this too. So the current priority right now is go subjugate the Yttakin, or whatever. I spelled it wrong, but over here, Yttakin. And then after that, I'll probably want components. And then after that, maybe we pop the other pods open. And joint. Congrats. Oh, I don't have a wait, Wait, what am I doing? Oh, it's still bound? Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright. That's a very interesting place to sleep there, Slotus. In the casket. Also, guarding for Apro. Low-key, why is their relationship colors the same? Color-coded move bar, please help me out here. I don't think I can change that, but that's unfortunate, because it's like a Slotus and Joint. I know. And then Runloth and Scorp. I guess I'll put them next to one another for my brain to help, but like, that might not... I'm pretty sure that's the same shade of pink. And it's very confusing. So, you want me to guard 3 prisoners, 13 days, blood rot. I love how you're offering me a gene pack of you're stupid and love pollution. What do you like, rickety cricket? I don't know. But there's honor involved. Do we host the prisoners? Now, to my, not to move the needle, but I think it would be enough honor to become Praetor. If I did honor. And we do have 3 growers now. Meaning that keeping the rice flowing is much easier now than it ever was before. For whatever it's worth. You wasn't expecting a Always Sunny reference? Yeah, I mean, you know. Our leader is Nightman. Whoa. Sorry. Why not? Always Sunny's hilarious. Super offensive, but hilarious. Oh, the other thing we need to do... Joint. If only you had a heart, right? Let's do that. I'm going to use industrial meds. I know I don't have a lot of industrial meds. But Joint, go poop out those industrial meds. And Felix, go give him a new heart. He's got some blockage, and you can get a vampire's heart. In fact, weirdly, this is the vampire that made your lover a vampire's heart. So if you were the jealous type, you're taking his heart. And it worked. No strings attached. Well, okay, no issues attached. I kind of like hiding the helmets, so I'm going to keep hiding helmets. And you guys do want me to host the prisoners? Copy. I'm really hoping the prisoners end up here, not on the surface. If they're on the surface, I'm a flip out. But all right, let's go for it. Prisoners arrived. Oh god. Shoot. No, not a Slotus because you have a peg leg. Scorp and Turtle. Run! They're gonna suffocate! Oh, no, they're wearing... What? You're wearing a cataphract? Wait, you're a prisoner with cataphract armor? Why? I am so angry. Ah, 2 of them. What the hell? They have better armor than me by like a lot. That's so stupid. What the hell, Empire? Is this just a way to flex? Are you trying to hurt my feelings? You really, really, really are trying to just hurt my feelings, right? Just like, oh yeah, you guys know we're so powerful that we have tricked out prisoners. Alright, Runloth, go pick one up. That's just ridiculous. Hey, bud.
Hi.
More coffee. Alright, Scorp. Go capture Nathan. Oh, no, actually, you need to build the bed. Turtle. Go capture Nathan. So there's... These guys are going to need periodic medicine tending for their blood rot, or it climbs and they die and I fail. So the current priority right now is Subjugate the Yttakin and host prisoners. And also, can I strip you guys? Because, like, I'm a little envious of what you're wearing. Wait, not you. You can keep that on. Well, I'll take the vac suit, so that if you try to escape... Actually, taking the vac suit is a little dangerous. I'm going to leave them with vac helmets, so that if I'm, like, putting them into a, into, like, a transport pod, they don't suffocate so super quick. But, yeah, give me that cataphract helmet. Like, what the hell? I'll even let you keep the Devil Strand. That's how super generous I am. But I 100% want the cataphract helmets on my vampires. Because I ain't no foe. Alright, so we need to stick one more helmet on them. So, all 3 of them will have, like, vac helmets. So that they don't, like, immediately suffocate, bringing them to the shuttle. The shuttle's airtight, mind you. So they got the helmets so they don't die. And we have 2 cataphract helmets. The good news thing about that is, we wanted to go subjugate people, right? Let's go do that right now. Let's Lotus, hop in. Get in, we're going murdering. We're gonna go murder some Yttakin. Yeah, straight up, the helmets are payment enough. You were not wrong. 2 cataphract helmets. I would have hosted these prisoners for 2 cataphract helmets. Any day of the week. Because that's, like, awesome. Alright, Felix. You 8. Get in. Time for some blood rain. This Lotus does look a little wild with that animist style. If we got a style bench, we could change it. Maybe we do that. I'm gonna put a style station here. Because we'll also, maybe we get enough components and steel to start dye making. That what would be nice. All right. Oh, you know what? They have Molotovs. I'm going to torture them. I'm teaching Eslotus the ways of hemosage by flex demonstration. She probably called our leader an old man at one point for being 70 years older or whatever. And then he was like, "Old man? You have no idea. Witness my power." All right, little furballs. Oh, you know, this is also like the werewolf versus vampire trope right here. I just realized because I'm taking the young one to go hunt the woolly ones. So we'll wait for the vom to start. I might not even. Get back, you shoot. Your name is Shoot? Really? You're going to a corner? Okay. Enjoy. Have fun with that. Just moron. That was... Oh, I ripped his hand off. Alright. Your blood is my blood. Your blood is also my blood. In a minute. Let's, blood focus. Whoa, watch the friendly fire. In fact, don't even fire. Just watch. Just witness. Now, you have a personality of what? Pyromaniac? Oh, I smell another blood donor. Okay. It's Lotus. Go coagulate, shoot. He is, generously donating his blood to us. Gary? And place. Gotta love outsourcing. Now where's the other one? You inside? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a fourth somewhere. He's inside. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're the stinker with the Molotovs. Well. Let's use Corpse Explosion. And your blood will be my blood too. In fact, let's do it at a distance, so I don't have to go, oh, are you... Nope, you're stuck vomiting, yep. Where do you think you're going? I'm going to cancel blood focus because I don't need more psi focus. We have enough. Your blood is mine too. And you are psychopath, brawler, body modder with high melee? I might want to recruit you. Gary? Because I wouldn't mind a brawler. But yeah, this was not a fight, it was a slaughter. As is tradition. The night of the blood moon. Ended up with 100% hemogen. Alright, you get to clean up... Oh, look, Mr. Cataphract Samurai Helmet. What is with these corpses having, like, trophies on their body? It's quite strange, if you ask me. Quite strange. Especially given it was an impid from Hotha. It's like, how did you even get that? Loot gibbet boxes? I know, right? I mean, technically, these guys also have, like, armor and whatnot. I'm not going to go through the effort. I think what's going on is because I live in space, a lot of these corpses are, especially the prisoners that got delivered, they're being generated with vac armor because my home base is space. And as a result, it's, like, influencing them to have way better gear than they normally would, and also vac gear. So Slotus is going to break down the popper and the generator, and then we'll skedaddle. I don't see anything else of interest here. I could hunt some animals, but like we have prisoners, so it's fine. Yeah, also it's a slave. That's a good point. impid slave with a samurai helmet. Which, for reference, a samurai helmet is like a reskinned marine helmet. So it's like not a cheap, it's a prestige marine helmet. It's like kind of important. So to give it to a slave makes no sense unless it was like, I don't know, mascot corpse. Yeah, I guess. All right, up we go. Subjugation complete. Again, mental reminder, these guys can't breathe. You know, it'd be cool if, like, they didn't immediately pop out of the pod so that you could seal the hole and repressurize. Because as it is now, like, they pop out. I don't touch it. They just pop out. And it's like, who let you out? Why are you out? Right? I didn't do that. They're just out. And not only that, but they're fighting me. Because they technically weren't captured ahead of time. Which is, like, stupid. Okay, they're down. I need to build more beds. Now, there's a way to avoid this, which is, like, to properly capture them on the map tile. Oh, he died. This was the brawler. No, the brawler couldn't put up a fight. Well, the other one's a blood bag, so yeah, whatever. But the way to fix this would be to properly capture them on the map tile, and I should probably do that in the future once I claim their base, to capture them, make them prisoner, and then stick them in the pod. I figured the issue in this case was Slotus took long enough to get the components that their blood came back, and then they weren't unconscious. Whatever. I'll try to do it better next time. So, shoot. You were the pyro, so you get to be hemo-farmed and converted. And a Slotus, that's how you subjugate people. I'm glad you had fun. In fact, here, little pat on the back. Job well done. So, current priority is host prisoners. I think while the prisoners are here, it's not necessarily reasonable to, like, pop open 4 more pods. It's like, I'm kind of at capacity now. I don't want to push it. The big thing I would like to do is to get Scorp planet side and to start getting components. We have 5. Starting getting components and steel. So, he has work drive for, like, 3 more days. Let's get to it immediately. And I'm going to go to a new map tile. But before I actually go to the map tile, I'm going to keep it paused. Let's see if any of these points of interest have, like, stuff. Like, abandoned colony, no. Ruins, ancient heat vents. Because if I have to go a little bit further with my chem fuel for, like, a way more bounty of stuff, that'd be okay. But no, I don't really see anything underneath me that, like, looks good. Abandoned colonies, but I wouldn't want to do that alone. Because, Scorp especially just has, like, a sword. One of the advantages of the sword, though, is if the local fauna messes with him, a sword's probably more useful to him than, like, anything else. So, yeah, I didn't see anything. I'm just gonna go to the arid shrubland below, settle it, try to get as much components as I can. Probably what I'll do is I'll hoover up all the components in the area. Oh, I didn't send him with any food, though. Hoover up all the components in the area, and then, there's plasteel. And then repark next to a steel site. There is also uranium, and I had mentioned wanting uranium for turrets. But I think right now, our base is such in dire need of steel and components that, like, that just has to be what I go for. Put that in your pocket, dude. No, no, no. Put it in your pocket. Whatever. What about my steel permission? 30 days left. Oof. Okay, that's going to be a while. Barry's only challenge round 3? Yep, more or less. He's up for it. There is one meal. The headgear style is changed from... Oh, that might be a vanilla expanded thing. Never mind. It doesn't matter. I don't mind the crazy helmet. It's a battle trophy anyway, right? Alright. I wouldn't mind a bed. So let's just cut down some Drago trees so that I can sleep on a bed and recover sleep faster. Then we can always bring the bed up to space with us once we're done. Eventually getting a bedroll would make a lot of sense. I know. You don't need to point that out. I'm, like, aware. We just don't have a lot of textiles in the base. Oh, where is... No, this is the map tile. Oh, phooey. Phooey. Scorp? You're gonna go intervene. I don't really want my base getting shredded and destroyed, but I don't have turrets here. So... I think what I'll do is, while Scorp's here, I'll get the components here and the uranium that's somewhere on this map tile and put some turrets together for this zone so I don't have to constantly babysit this area. But for right now, this is going to be a... I'm going to get rid of this structure because it blocks line of sight for turrets. He's just going to chop up this waster with a blade. Because I have better armor, and he has a melee of 2, and is a nudist with no armor at all. So, if Scorp can't win this, like, he wasn't trying. Okay, you're half done. And you're 100% done. Good job. Interestingly, he just dodged the emu, too. The emu, I think, just hit the other map tile. It did. I didn't grab the components that I could have shoved in the shuttle. Hindsight's 2020, right? So yeah, the current priority right now is to host prisoners and build turrets for outpost. And at least there's food here. A small kindness. So I don't want you resting there. You can rest here. Are you really sleepy, though? Oh, you are. Okay. Consume pemmican and go to sleep. So uranium ore is over here. So I don't need a whole lot of uranium ore, but uranium ore, why I'm doing uranium ore over, like, steel turrets is it's tougher and it's not flammable. And both those things are really good when you put them together. Multi-analyzer is done. All right, question for you guys. What do you want me to get next? Jump packs. So I could work what research next? Towards bionics and fabrication, which is a lot, right? That's going to take a while, but that's one path. Another path is towards shuttle, so that we have 2 shuttles, not 1. Another potential path would be for drugs and well-being. Drugs and happiness. So, sort of a amorphous, but you get the idea. So one idea is like psychoid, beer brewing. One idea is for bionics, and one idea is for travel shuttles. And in the meantime, I'm going to do psycho brewing here because I have 3 research benches, and I can just like let everyone just plow through the research real quick. And then I'll pivot and you can pick. It's funny, and the blood feeder died. It's like, yeah, we did that on purpose. I also need to do the ideological role change here for Aslotus to become guide. Ruinloth is not going to enjoy this, but I'm going to have her attend anyway. A sort of like a, you're a blood feeder, you have my blessing. So we'll change that over, because Aslotus has high social, and also is a vampire who's pretty now. So yeah, we'll put that together. Alright, Scorpies. One nice thing I could do for you is to give you some place to eat, because I have a lot of marble sitting here, and might as well use it. Alright, roles are changed. First masterwork of the entire stream, and it is a stool made at an outpost in a planet in the middle of nowhere. Cool, dude. You troll. Another thing I could do here is to unroof like a corner, so I can park my shuttle inside in the future. That would not be like necessarily a bad idea, to keep the shuttle a little bit safer, if I am going to be parking down here. And then also, let's not do like... Yeah, let's do electrical light. I don't have battery tech yet, but we are going to be working towards shuttle. So let's get transport pod next. The other thing I think would be wise is taking a little bit of my, let's say, slate, and building a rudimentary break fire. And then also it funnels enemies to come in. So if I put turrets around here, enemies can't just like sneak around and get it. Oh, speaking of which, dang it. Can I get some rest here? You little winho. They have a melee of 12. I don't think that this is a fight I necessarily want to take. It's not worth the risk, so get in. Launch. I'm not retreating, I'm regrouping. Hey, Felix. Scorp is like, yo, you want to kill someone? And I'm like, yeah. Do you have to ask? Obviously, I need that turret built ASAP, because this is annoying. Where is he, anyway? See, oh, he's prepare a while. Perfect timing. Launch. Using a brand new landing spot. So the shuttle's inside. Hey, Felix, go on the prowl. Go kill a windhoe. A cannibal. Ooh, yes. And we have converted Dyer for funsies. Dyer was one of the blood bags. So the reason we did this is he's going to be happier, given that space habitat and, you know, whatever, I don't know, just happier that we're blood feeding him. Surrounded by hemosage stuff, so on and so forth. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to shoot him. Jump away. My bad. See if I can lead. Let's try there. Oh, you stopped for me? Oh, what's up? I hit you so hard I cut your tubes. I know he was snipped prior, but I'm imagine it was a nut shot from downtown. I hit you so hard your grandkids felt it. Boom! That's how I'm gonna I mean, I'm the only witness, so that's how I'm gonna retell this story. I ended his lineage from a distance. Sorry, Scorp. You know what? Forget this shack. Just move the... I don't care if it's a barracks. Just move it over. And Scorp, you're starving. That seems like an option. So let's fix that. Travel. Travel. So I'm going to ruggedize this outpost so I don't have to babysit it so much, because it's super wearing on my nerves. Also, I am going to make because there is really no point in having turrets here if I have no reliable source of power, I'm going to get battery up for battery research. This just makes sense. Boy, our rice... Alright, hold on. Let's not do that right now. We don't have a lot of rice. So, once we finish ruggedizing this outpost, then I can send Felix home and then send Scorp to go get, like, components and steel elsewhere so that we can actually start expanding or growing so that we aren't constantly just on the brink of running out of food up in space, which is not a good situation to be in perpetually. And while I'm here, Felix, you want to get some meat? Rumbos, it's for the other map tile. Where is the... Oh, here it is. So with 6 components, that nets us 2 uranium turrets, which should be enough. So I'll spread them out so that they're not on top of one another. And then I'll dead power in the middle. And that should be fine. And I made them of uranium, correct? Yes. Looking good. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Castle in the Void, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback because this streamed once only as a marathon and it cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join my online community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it. If you'd like to join my Patreon page, you can also find a link to that in the description as well. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, especially those that suggested this specific scenario, which would be Ruinloth, Felix, and Scorp, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sanguophage worshippers.